What's up? Miguel here. Kind of unlocked some location freedom, and everything I'd been wanting to do for the past 3 years ago when I'd set out my vision, beforehand when I was kind of clueless, right? I graduated high school, knew I didn't want to go to school, had a 2.1 GPA, wasn't in good shape, didn't have a good relationship with friends and family, to be honest. And it was overall kind of like lost in a relationship I wasn't even happy in. Going from that, staying up late every night, smoking weed, playing video games, to then now, being able to, I made $17,000 in a single month now, can make easily 8 to 12K a month whenever I want to without even trying, working under 30 hours a week. And now I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, across the world, being from Florida. So it's pretty sick, honestly. And it all happened so fast, and it's kind of weird to like sit back and reflect. Now it could have happened a hell of a lot faster, and I'll be kind of sharing like how you could do it faster than me. Like, it'd take me a couple years to make this happen, but it's definitely worth it now. Being able to travel around, make over 10,000 a month without really any effort, and you kind of unlock a lot of freedom in that regard. So just been sitting here reflecting. It's so sick to see. It's so sick to experience, realistically. And I'll go over there. It's just a couple people. I think they're doing something, so I don't want to impede on them too much. But yeah, so how did I even get this first place? Like, what did I even do? So kind of going back in time, I graduated high school. Okay, 2.1 GPA. Was making YouTube videos, prank stuff. I'll kind of throw up a little thing on the screen. And then from there, I went into working at like warehouses, and then I did like some odd landscaping stuff. And then I started working at a golf course. So I would be on this golf course, driving around the picker, picking up the balls, getting smacked loud as shit, hearing it on the cage, being there either at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., or all the way up until like 9 p.m. It would be cold or super hot. So it was not the best job, but it wasn't the worst either. I got to work around some friends. It was pretty cool. Making like $20 an hour. All right. Then I bought a course online, spent $500 on it, on how to break into tech sales. Funny enough, I thought I was getting a tech sales job. I ended up working at a staffing agency, but it was my first sales job, corporate. Now, this job was meant to be in person, okay? So I was meant to go into the office 3 days a week. But the manager ended up quitting before I got there. The other person who was supposed to work with me delayed their stay, their time to join the company. So I ended up just being there by myself, and then they said I could work from home. So I ended up stumbling into a job. I was making like $70,000, $80,000 a year, working remote for a corporate company, and it was pretty cool. Ended up leading the Fortune 500 like sales team at 19, which was sick. But then things kind of went downhill. I hadn't done a lot of like the personal development stuff, a lot of the mindset things, right, that I needed to fix, and I was just lazy, fucked off, self-sabotaged for a while, and I stayed stagnant. I didn't really see too much success after that. I stayed in the same spot for like a year or two, right? Then after a couple little struggles, I bought a few more courses, bought a few more programs. I met this cool guy named Luke Alexander, and that kind of changed my life. Like, got plugged into a community with a bunch of good sales guys, really practiced the skill set, and transitioned into selling high ticket. And right before I left, the offer I was on, because now I'm doing something a little different. I'm still selling, doing sales, but doing some bigger projects as well. And my last day at that sales role, I made just over $2,000 in one day. And that was kind of like, wow, going from $70,000 a year to where I can make $2,000 in a day is pretty nuts. And had $4,000 weeks with high ticket sales. Had a $17,000 month, made over $10,000 months multiple times. And now it's like I open my phone and I can go make $10,000, $15,000 a month at will. Now I want to get to the next level, right? You want to push it $20,000, $30,000 a month, and it is possible with sales, 100%. And I will never stop selling. And it's cool because you can make a shit ton of money, but you also develop a pretty sick skill set as well. So let me walk over here with you all, show you. I was just sitting in some random ass garden. There's a dude over here. Oh yeah, he walked away. So other side of the building has the cool view, but it's still pretty chill, I guess. I'm in Ekamai in Thailand, in Bangkok. Pretty sick place, to be honest. It's definitely hot as fuck. It's pretty good weather right now though, to be honest. Can't complain. But yeah, I mean, this could be you though. That's what I'm saying. If you're feeling like, okay, I'm in my hometown, or I'm somewhere I don't want to be, I'm in school, and I want to start unlocking the ability to travel around, make money online, do this sorts of shit, I'm gonna give you 3 actionable tips right here. Now for me, I would say, I'm obviously gonna say, hey, look, do what I did, right? I take sales, that's what I can speak to the most. But regardless of what business model you get into, think about the lifestyle you want beforehand. So really reverse engineer, like, where do I want to be at? What do I want to do? What type of life do I want to live, right? What does the daily task of this business model entail? Okay, does that suit me? You know, for me with high ticket sales, it was like, I wanted to be able to do it from wherever, right? Wanted to be able to not have to spend a lot of money dumping into this shit, all right? And then on top of it, I wanted it to translate into other things. So, you know, naturally, I stumbled upon it because it took me no money to start up other than paying for training, which was an option. You don't have to do it. It just helps speed up the process. 2, it takes you no money. You just got to learn the skill. And it took me like 1 to 2 months to get it going. And 3, I wanted to be able to make a lot of money. And, you know, was able to make like over 10,000 in a month within my 3rd or 4th month. So, I mean, pretty quick, right? And you can make at least 5 to 10K a month there. Now, does it have to be high ticket sales? No. You can do TikTok shop, you can do all these other sorts of businesses, but make sure it fits what you want. So for me, I just value time, location, financial freedom, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money to do it. So sales made sense. But from there, you got to think about, okay, I want this to happen now. Who do I need to be in order for this to happen? So just think about, what is that version of me who's making the 10,000 a month, living in the location I want to, in the good shape I want to, having the relationships I want to, right? Because it's not all about money. You got to have the other things too. So for me, it's not all about money, right? I got a loving relationship with my girlfriend. I value the gym a lot. If you check out my Instagram down below, you'll see. Trying to get back into it more so. I slacked off a little bit, but you know, we still got a little something, right? And I have a good relationship with my family and friends, and obviously I make decent money. So, you know, I wanted to be here. But the only way I got here was through thinking, okay, what is that person doing day to day, and just following that. And you do that day on, day in, day out, and eventually it'll happen. And that gets me to my 3rd point, right? So point 1 is, before picking a business, think about, does this fit the lifestyle I want? 2, I need to act like the person who has this lifestyle I want now and let the world catch up. And then 3, discipline and patience. Everything you want just takes a little bit of discipline and patience. If you can stay disciplined and you can stay patient, everything you want is on the other side of that. So you just got to stick to it. But yeah, all that to say, quick little update. We're here in the big old Bangkok, Thailand. I'm gonna do some more traveling. I'll be sharing it on here. Also be kind of sharing more about the sales stuff and how you can do this too if it's something you're interested in. So if you check down in the description below, have my Instagram if you want to hit me up, see what I'm doing, have any questions, you want to reach out, feel free to do so. Or if you need help with the sales stuff, you know, drop comments, hit me up as well. And then on top of that, I also have my business channel linked as well down below, where you can go check out, where I talk a little bit more about sales stuff, some AI shit too, if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. You know, God bless.